Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Just changing the Facebook setting so that I can see comments when people type them in on my, if you happen to be watching on my personal page. Welcome in, welcome in. We'll get going about 7:05 here with the questions. Thank you for the like, Josh. We'll get going about 7:05. We got five rounds. I almost said four. We got 5 rounds tonight. Presidents of the United States, Harry Styles. Yep, that happened. Things that start with the letter R, and movies with animals in the title. Our 4 themed rounds, and of course, confidence round at the end. Like I said, we'll start about 7:05. You'll want to be sure you have a piece of paper and something to write with, pen, pencil, crayon, don't care. Whatever you got to write with is fine. We'll get going here in just a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. It is windy as all get out here in Nebraska today. Crazy wind. Hey, Melissa. Good to see you. Glad to have you back. I know you said life was a little crazy the last couple of weeks. We missed you here, but we're glad you are back. Get things going in just a couple of minutes. Hopefully it is maybe warm where you all are, because that is not what I would call today. It wasn't cold, but that wind was something else. And it's going to be that way all through tomorrow, it sounds like. So that is one thing I've learned living out here. We have wind that I just don't understand, except there's nothing to stop it. Hey, Lisa, the topics tonight are Presidents of the United States, Harry Styles, things that start with the letter R, and movies with animals in the titles. Those are the 4 themes. And then a confidence round, which is kind of a hodgepodge round, is round 5, about everything and anything. So those are the topics. It's yucky where you are too, Lisa. Am I saying that right? Is it Lisa or Lisa? We will get going. We'll start the questions right about 7:05. Usually we kind of let people get connected, get ready to roll. 15 people watching trivia on a Thursday night. Again, you'll want a piece of paper or a something to write with and something to write on. You're not going to want to type your answers in. That way everybody has a chance to answer without having all the answers show up in comments. We don't want to do that. We'll talk about how this all works here in just a minute. Oh, you're here in the Tri-Cities area. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for joining in tonight. Again, it's free to play. Come and have some fun. The top 3 teams tonight are going to go on a wheel. Tell you what the prize will be. We'll send that wheel, and whoever comes up on the wheel will win a prize. So I will tell you what that prize will be in just a little bit here when we get going. It's going to be a little easier for me to deliver it this time. I still have some things here that need to get out. It's just been crazy busy. Welcome in. We will get going just like about now. We'll get things rolling. Let me just kind of clicking through things here. All right. We'll get going with trivia. Let me toss the rules up, or just kind of how this works. So first and foremost, no Google. Don't search anything. It's not about if you know how to use Google. Don't cheat. Don't be that person. You're going to write your answers down. You're going to self-score your own round. So at the end of each round, I'll repeat all the questions. And then if you need more repeats, we can do those as well. I'll give you a couple minutes or a minute or so to work on answers, and then I will kind of give a last call, see if anybody needs any others repeated. We'll go over the answers. You're going to score your own rounds. 1 point each for the first 10 questions in each round. 2 points for the 11th question, the bonus question in the round. That's true for the first 4 rounds tonight. The last round has 10 questions. We'll talk about how that works when we get to that round. It's a little bit different. At the end of the night, you can either send me a picture or you can just send me a message. It doesn't have to be a picture with your team name if you want one and your total score for the night. Again, the top 3 scores tonight are going to go on a wheel, and we'll spin that wheel, and the winning team tonight is going to get a $10 Amazon e-gift card sent straight to your email box, probably tomorrow morning, as long as you give me your email address. So whoever wins tonight, that's what you're going to get, and we're going to get it taken care of tomorrow, so it's done. That's my goal. Any questions along the way tonight, type it in the comments. Feel free to have banter and chat in the comments. Just don't type answers in the comments. That's all we ask. All right, we're going to get going here. I will share my screen. Let me the topic banner up and get rid of that banner. Share my screen here so you can see the questions. There you go. Round number 1 tonight is all about the presidents of the United States, not the band from the 90s. This is about the actual people who have held that office, President of the U.S. Again, you're writing down your answers. Don't type them in the comments. Number 1, who is the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Who's the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Number 1 again, who is the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms as president? Question number 2 for presidents of the United States. Who was the first president to be born a U.S. citizen? Who was the first president to be born a U.S. citizen? Who was the first president to be born a U.S. citizen? Question number 3, what president purchased Alaska from Russia? What president purchased Alaska from Russia? Number 3 for presidents of the U.S., what president purchased Alaska from Russia? Number 4, what president won a Pulitzer Prize for his book, Profiles in Courage? What president won a Pulitzer Prize for his book, Profiles in Courage? Thank you. Just saw the first tip roll in of the night. Appreciate that. If anybody wants to give a tip, it is free to play. But if you want to give a tip and support me with what I do with the Ask a Nebraskan Trivia, that information is right up there at the top of the screen. Venmo is at Jim T and PayPal is jimthie@gmail.com. Thank you. Appreciate anybody who does that. Really do appreciate that and the support for what I do here online and live events and everything in between. Number 5 for presidents of the United States. What president won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002? What president won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002? What president won the Nobel Peace Prize? In 2002. Number 6, multiple choice question for you. Who was the youngest person to become president? Was it Theodore Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Bill Clinton, or Ulysses S. Grant? Who was the youngest person to become president? Theodore Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Bill Clinton, or Ulysses S. Grant? Number 7 for presidents of the U.S. What was Franklin D. Roosevelt's domestic agenda called? What was Franklin D. Roosevelt's domestic agenda called? Number 7 again. What was Franklin D. Roosevelt's domestic agenda called? Number 8 for presidents of the U.S. In what state was William McKinley assassinated? In what state was William McKinley assassinated? In what state was William McKinley assassinated? Number 8. Number 9, another multiple choice question for you. What kind of pet did John Quincy Adams keep in the White House for a few months? Was it a bear, an alligator, a hyena, or an eagle? What kind of pet did John Quincy Adams keep in the White House for a few months? Was it a bear, an alligator, a hyena, or an eagle? None of those sound like good house pets. Big messes from a couple of them. Most of them can eat you. Just bad all around. Number 10, in 1872, what president created the first national park? In 1872, what president created the first national park? In 1872, what president created the first national park? And question number 11, 2 points for this one, or 1 point if you only get half of it right. 2 future presidents signed the Declaration of Independence. Name them. 2 future presidents signed the Declaration of Independence. Name them. If you get one of them right, you get 1 point. If you get both of them right, you get 2 points. All right, going to run back all 11 of those questions kind of quick here on a repeat for you. Number 1, who's the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Again, just running through these on a repeat for you, in case you missed any or the audio blipped or something like that. Number 2, who was the first president to be born a U.S. citizen? Number 3, what president purchased Alaska from Russia? Number 4, what president won a Pulitzer Prize for his book Profiles in Courage? Number 5, what president won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002? You're just running through these on a repeat. Number 6, who was the youngest person to become president? Was it Theodore Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Bill Clinton, or Ulysses S. Grant? Number 7, what was Franklin D. Roosevelt's domestic agenda called? Number 8, in what state was William McKinley assassinated? Number 9, multiple choice. What kind of pet did John Quincy Adams keep in the White House for a few months? Was it a bear, an alligator, a hyena, or an eagle? Number 10, in 1872, what president created the first national park? And number 11, that bonus question worth 2, two future presidents signed the Declaration of Independence. Name them. All right, work on those answers. I'll be back with the right ones, obviously, in just a minute or two. Let me know if you need any repeats in the comments. Turn off the screen there just for a second. I get things set for the answers. I guess I didn't need to do that, actually. Well, I did. Hi, everybody. Again, top 3 scores tonight going to go on the wheel. We'll put the wheel up on the screen. We'll give it a spin. And $10 Amazon e-gift card will be headed your way. I'll just need your email address. We'll get that sent off to you probably in the morning because I don't have my wallet down here with me, although it'll be in the morning, let's be honest. But that'll be done. A couple of you things on their way to you. A couple of you locally I need to get a hold of and connect on when to get you the last few things that I still owe. So the tough part with the online piece is getting the gifts, the prizes out. Because if I do leave, I tend to have a lot of places to hit, or I'm going to work, or I'm going to a trivia night. If you win something on an online night and you're coming to one of my live events, let me know. I can bring it with me to that. Happy to do that. I did that after the Christmas event in December. All right, not seeing anybody need any repeats for round number 1. So we'll go ahead and go over the answers here to round number 1, the presidents of the United States. See how you did. Remember, 1 point for each of the first 10 questions you get right, and a possible 2 points on that 11th question. If you got both those answers right, you can get 1 point on that one if you happen to have one of the 2 right. Talk about that at question 11 again, though. Number 1, who's the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Grover Cleveland. Grover Cleveland. Number 2, who was the first president to be born a U.S. citizen? Martin Van Buren. Martin Van Buren, everybody before him was born either a British citizen or part of a British territory, the U.S. Number 3, what president purchased Alaska from Russia? Andrew Johnson. Also the first president to be impeached, which is a thing this week. So we'll leave it at that. Number 4, what president won a Pulitzer Prize for his book Profiles in Courage? John F. Kennedy. Number 5, what president won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002? Jimmy Carter. Number 6, who was the youngest person to become president? Is it Theodore Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Bill Clinton, or Ulysses S. Grant? The word become is important there. I did not say elected. Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest person to become president when William McKinley was assassinated, which we'll talk about in a couple of minutes. Or in a couple of questions. Number 7, what was Franklin D. Roosevelt's domestic agenda called? It's called the New Deal. Somebody last night at McHugh's told me I paid attention in social studies, so I got that right. Good for them. Number 8, here is the William McKinley question I referenced a minute ago. In what state was William McKinley assassinated? New York. New York. I believe Buffalo, New York. Number 9, what kind of pet did John Quincy Adams keep in the White House for a few months? Was it a bear, an alligator, a hyena, or an eagle? It was an alligator. It was an alligator. He kept it in the tub. It was given to him as a gift. He only kept it for a few months. And he enjoyed that it scared the hell out of people when they went into the bathroom. That's what he said about it. I guess it would. Number 10, in 1872, what president created the first national park? Ulysses S. Grant is the answer to that one. And number 11, 2 future presidents signed the Declaration of Independence. Name them. Those two men are Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, the answers to the bonus question. 2 points if you got both of those, 1 if you got one, and nothing if you missed them. Sorry. All right, we'll turn that off while I get things ready. Let me know if you need any of those answers repeated for round number 1. We will head into round number 2 in just a minute here. Thank you again for anybody who sends in a tip. The info is right here above my head. Venmo is at Jimthy, PayPal, jimthy@gmail.com. Really do appreciate it. Can't say that enough. Very cool of you guys to support me like that with the Ask a Nebraskan. Also am available for parties, gatherings. If you're still looking for a way to do a Christmas party or holiday party, maybe a Valentine's thing, let me know. I can do them both in person if it's here in the Tri-Cities area, as long as we can be, socially distanced and we're going to handle things the right way. And I can also do them virtually. We can use Zoom. We can do a number of different things with virtual. So let me know if that interests you. Would love to talk with you more about coming and doing some trivia for you at an event. If you're looking for a fundraiser event, I do those too. I've done some for the Children's Museum and some others as well. So let me know. Would love to partner with you on something, especially in this weird time when you can't do some of the things you might normally do. Virtual trivia can be a great way to do that. So let me know. Would love to talk with you. All right. Quiet in the comments tonight. And that's okay. I'm not yelling about it, but just quiet in the comments tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. All right. We're going to go to, yes, today's episode, Micah, is sponsored by the letter R. Oh, that's a good inside joke between Micah and myself. We work on a worship service for my main job at Mosaic together, and that has been brought up a few times that we speak a lot about R words. So anyways, tonight's episode is sponsored by the letter R. I almost did the count laugh. I don't know why. All right, let's do round number 2. We are going from presidents of the United States to Harry Styles. I've made some jumps in my life in topics since I've been doing this, but that is a big one. Let me change the banner at the bottom before anybody catches it, because I'm always really bad about that. All right, Harry Styles. Let's see what you know about Harry Styles. Number 1, we'll start off easy. What band launched Styles into stardom? What band or group, maybe band isn't even the right word, what group launched Styles into stardom? I will reference the word band numerous times throughout this so that I don't use the name of this group. So anytime I say band, think group. What band launched Styles into stardom? Number 2 for Harry Styles. Styles made his acting debut in what 2017 film? Styles made his acting debut in what 2017 film? A couple more tips rolled in. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. You guys are the best. See what I did there? Next round, it's coming. Number 2, Styles made his acting debut in what 2017 film? Sorry, my logo is just a little bit over the S there. You know what it says. Number 3 for Harry Styles. Styles had his first solo number 1 hit in the U.S. in 2020 with what song? is the name of that song. Styles had his first solo #1 hit in the US in 2020 with what song? Styles had his first solo #1 hit in the US in 2020, last year, with what song? The Coded Blues. No, it wasn't that. #4, what is the name of the 2013 documentary on Styles' band or group that was released in 3D? What's the name of the 2013 documentary on Styles' band that was released in 3D? #4, what's the name of the 2013 documentary on Styles' band that was released in 3D? #5, multiple choice question for you. Which of the following songs was featured on Styles' first solo album? Was it Little White Lies, Ever Since New York, She, or Seeing Blind? Little White Lies, Ever Since New York, She, or Seeing Blind. Which of the following songs was featured on Styles' first solo album? #6, what TV competition show was Styles originally discovered on? What TV competition show was Styles originally discovered on? If you see me rotating my arm today, I'm okay. I got my first COVID vaccine today, and they told us we should move our arm a lot. That'll help with the discomfort in the arm. It is a little uncomfortable, to be honest, but a lot less uncomfortable than COVID was back in November for me. So, #6, again, what TV competition show was Styles originally discovered on? #7, what was the name of Styles' first solo single after leaving his band in 2017? He had a solo song in 2013 while he was still in that group, but the first solo single that he had after going out on his own full time, what was the name of that song? What was the name of Styles' first solo single after leaving his band or the group in 2017? Thanks, Rebecca. I am excited to hopefully get us all on the other side of this. And if by me getting the vaccine that can help us and it can help our folks where I work get back to normal, sign me up. #7 again, what was the name of Styles' first solo single after leaving his band in 2017? Again, he did have a solo song in 2013. That's not what I'm looking for. I hate that I know that, but I got corrected last night by a 17-year-old girl. So I'm just making sure you all know what I'm asking. #8, what month was Styles born in? You got a 1 in 12 shot, even if you have no idea. What month was Styles born in? #9, Styles got a tattoo on his arm during an episode of what late night talk show? Styles got a tattoo on his arm during an episode of what late night talk show? Number 10, before he became famous, what kind of place did Styles work at? So, like, was it a bank or a school? It wasn't either of those, by the way. That's all I'm looking for. Don't need the name of it. Wouldn't know if you were right, anyways. Probably wouldn't care, if I'm being honest. I'm just looking for the type of place it was. Was it a school or a bank? But it wasn't a school and it wasn't a bank. So don't put those. And then number 11, the bonus question, what was the name of the band that Styles was in before the one that launched him into stardom? So before the one that was the answer to question number 1, we're going to bookend it with what was the band name that he was in before that? I believe during his middle and high school days, if I remember what I read right as I was putting this round together. What was the name of the band that Styles was in before the one that launched him into stardom? All right, let me go back, give you those questions again on repeat. Number 1, what band launched Styles into stardom? Got to have a softball in there for you. Number 2, Styles made his acting debut in what 2017 film? Mike, I just saw your comment. I apologize. I don't know why I didn't see it before. You keep track of your own points. And then, so it's 1 point for each of the first 10 questions in each round, 2 points for that last question. And then at the end of the night, the end of the game, after 5 rounds, you'll send me a message through Messenger with your team name if you want one. Otherwise, I'll just use your name if I need to, and your total points for the night. So don't have to submit each round, just at the end of the night. Sorry about that, Micah. Number 3, just going through these on repeat again for Harry Styles. Styles had his first solo number 1 hit in the U.S. in 2020 with what song? Number 4, what's the name of the 2000 documentary on Styles' band or group that was released in 3D? Every documentary should be released in 3D, right? No, they should not. Number 5, multiple choice. Which of the following songs was featured on Styles' first solo album? Was it Little White Lies, Ever Since New York, She, or Seeing Blind? Number 6, what TV competition show was Styles originally discovered on? Number 7, what was the name of Styles' first solo single after leaving his band in 2017? So again, not the 2013 song, the 2017 song. Really hate that I know that now. To be honest, I still don't know the song. I mean, I know the title of it because I wrote this question. Don't think I've ever heard it. Number 8, what month was Styles born in? Number 9, Styles got a tattoo on his arm during an episode of what late night talk show? Number 10, before he became famous, what kind of place did Styles work at? Again, was it a school or a bank? It wasn't either of those. That's the type of answer I'm looking for. Melissa says she is now listening to Harry Styles. All right, but don't use it to cheat. I'm kidding. My guess is if you're listening to him, you're probably doing all right in this round anyways. And number 11, what was the name of the band that Styles was in before the one that launched him into stardom? All right. Work on those answers. I'll be back with the right ones in just a minute. I'm not going anywhere, but work on those answers. Again, sorry that those letters are slightly covered by my logo. I'll have to work on that overlay, shrink that logo up a little bit. Never noticed that before. Let me know in the comments if you need any repeats. I think I didn't say that. Let me know in the comments if you need any repeats. Again, thank you. Saw tips in. Again, from right up there is the info if that's something you're interested in doing. Venmo and PayPal. Venmo's at Jimthy. PayPal is jimthy@gmail.com. No obligation on that, but do want to say thank you to those who do that. But thank you to everybody who's here. 21 people watching, which I know means we have more playing because there's usually more than one person watching a screen at a time. 22 now watching. Playing trivia on a Thursday night here on Facebook and YouTube. All right, not seeing any repeats for any answers in the comments. So we'll go ahead and get things rolling here with our answers to Harry Styles. I can get this to click forward. There we go. Harry Styles answers. Just sounds funny when I say it. It sounds like hairstyles or something. Harry Styles answers. Here we go. Question number 1. What band launched Styles into stardom? That, of course, was One Direction. One Direction. I'm guessing most everyone got that one. It might have gone downhill after that. Number 2, Styles made his acting debut in what 2017 film? Dunkirk. Dunkirk, World War II movie, good movie. Number 3, Styles had his first solo number 1 hit in the U.S. in 2020 with what song? Watermelon Sugar. I don't even know what to say about a song called Watermelon Sugar. Michael, we can work that in as an opening song on Sunday somehow if we want. Number 4, what's the name of the 2013 documentary on Styles Band that was released in 3D? It was called One Direction, This Is Us. If you just had This Is Us, that'd be fine. Has no relation to the NBC drama, but. Number 5, which of the following songs was featured on Styles' first solo album? Was it Little White Lies, Ever Since New York, She, or Seeing Blind? Micah says it's terrible. Let's not. I don't even know that it's terrible, but I'll go let's not. Number 5, that answer though, Ever Since New York was on his first solo album. Ever Since New York. Number 6, what TV competition show was Styles originally discovered on? It's the X Factor. It was the UK version, but nonetheless, the X Factor. If you wrote down UK version, good for you. You don't need it though, as long as you had the X Factor. Number 7, what was the name of Styles' first solo single after leaving his band in 2017? Sign of the Times was his first solo single once he fully went out on his own. Number 8, what month was Styles born in? He was born in February. So got a birthday coming up here in the not too distant future. Number 9, Styles got a tattoo on his arm during an episode of what late night talk show? It's the Late Late Show with James Corden. As long as you had James Corden, I'm good. As long as you had something with James Corden. Number 10, before he became famous, what kind of a place did Styles work at? He worked at a bakery. He was a baker, or helped with baking anyways. And number 11, Melissa says, amazing song. Number 11, what was the name of the band that Styles was in before the one that launched him into stardom? White Eskimo. White Eskimo. Don't do that. Sorry, you didn't see that slide. Don't worry about seeing that slide. That's just for my live nights. All right. Let me know in the comments if you need any of those answers repeated. Otherwise, we will get things ready for things that start with the letter R. We're chucking through trivia pretty quick here tonight, but that's okay. There's no set time this has to take. Again, top 3 scores tonight are going to go on a wheel. We'll spin the wheel. Whoever comes up off of those top 3 scores on the wheel, whoever the wheel lands on, win a $10 gift card, e-card to Amazon. Get it emailed to you tomorrow. I'll just need your email address. All right. Let me know in the comments if you need any answers repeated. Melissa says she is ashamed she got a perfect score. She mainly listens to metal, but is obsessed with Harry Styles. Don't be ashamed. A perfect score is a perfect score, Melissa. No matter what it's in. Own what you love. You know what? There's too many people out there that tell us what we should or shouldn't like as far as like things like music and movies and sports and whatever. Like, just like what you like. If it's not hurting anybody else, like what you like. Or you. And I don't think liking Harry Styles is hurting anybody. Maybe your ears, but other than that, it's okay if you like it. I will say, though, knowing you, Melissa, I am a little surprised that Harry Styles was a big thing for you, because the metal thing, yeah, I know that about you. Wouldn't have guessed Harry Styles. Thank you, thank you. So tip roll in, again, that info right up there, Venmo, PayPal. If you are interested, there it is, right above my head. All right, not seeing any repeats of answers needed for round number 2. So we'll go into round number 3, things that start with the letter R. Now, I do want to give a caveat to this round and say that this does not mean all of your answers have to start with the letter R. Sometimes the thing that starts with letter R is in the question I'm asking. So don't let Lisa says, I'm almost 50. I'm glad I only got one. I understand that feeling. I'm not quite almost 50, although I'm, closer to that than Melissa is. And I would have gotten maybe 2 had I not written that round. I would have gotten the first one, and I might have gotten Dunkirk. I've seen the movie, so maybe I would have remembered that. But I don't know that I would have remembered that was his first movie. All right, things that start with the letter R. Again, this does not necessarily mean all of your answers have to start with R. Many of them will, but it doesn't mean that all of them do. I.e., number 1. Question number 1, what kind of animal is Ricky Tikki Tavi? What kind of animal is Ricky Tikki Tavi? Number 1 again, what kind of animal is Ricky Tikki Tavi? Number 2, what 2000 psychological drama, this is a movie, stars Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans? What 2000 psychological drama stars Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans? Number 2 again, for things that start with the letter R, what 2000 psychological drama, this is a movie, stars Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans? Melissa says this is one of her favorites. You're killing it tonight, Melissa. Hit your wheelhouse. Number 3, what kind of animals does the 1972 book Watership Down focus on? Strange noise upstairs. I'm going to assume the wind had something to do with that. Number 3, what kind of animals does the 1972 book Watership Down focus on? Number 4, what is the main ingredient in a Melba sauce? What is the main ingredient in a Melba sauce? What is the main ingredient in a Melba sauce? Number 5, for things that start with R, what element has the atomic number of 88? What element has the atomic number 88? Number 5, what element has the atomic number of 88? Hopefully, you got somebody who knows their periodic table there. Number 6, what Beatles album name is also a weapon in a game of Clue? What Beatles album name is also a weapon in a game of Clue? Sorry if that was moving. I was just moving screens around a little. But maybe that was why things looked a little different tonight. But maybe my logo's always just been on the screen, on the slide a little, and I've never noticed it. I don't know. Number 7, for things that begin with the letter R, what 1992 film was Quentin Tarantino's directorial debut? What 1992 film was Quentin Tarantino's directorial debut? Number 8, for things that begin with the letter R, often called a diamond, what shape has 4 equal sides and 2 pairs of equal angles? Often called a diamond, what shape has 4 equal sides and 2 pairs of equal angles? Melissa says another amazing movie. This obviously was the previous question. Killing it tonight. I aim to please, Melissa. I aim to please. Number 8, again, often called a diamond. What shape has 4 equal sides and 2 pairs of equal angles? Number 9, what disease, a softening of the bones, is caused by a vitamin D deficiency? What disease, a softening of the bones, is caused by a vitamin D deficiency? Number 10, for things that start with the letter R, what is the name of Clint Eastwood's character on Rawhide? What is the name of Clint Eastwood's character on Rawhide? Thank you, thank you. Just saw a tip roll in. And number 11, the bonus question for this round. Clio, Megane, and Twingo are models of cars that either are or were produced by what automobile manufacturer? I don't know if they're currently still produced. I'd have to look that up. But Clio, Megane, and Twingo, models of cars produced by what automobile manufacturer? All right, let me go back and get those. I think I guessed right. There we go. We do those on repeat for you here for the things starting with the letter R. What kind of animal is Ricky Tikki Tavi? Number 1. What kind of animal is Ricky Tikki Tavi? Number 2, what 2000 psychological drama stars Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans? What 2000 psychological drama stars Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans? Number 3, for things that start with R, again, just going through these on repeat. What kind of animals does the 1972 book Watership Down focus on? What kind of animals does Watership Down focus on? I think they made that into a movie too. Could be wrong. Number 4, what's the main ingredient in a Melba sauce? Number 5, what element has the atomic number of 88? Number 6, what Beatles album name, there we go, is also a weapon in a game of Clue? Number 7, what 1992 film was Quentin Tarantino's directorial debut? Number 8, often called a diamond, what shape has 4 equal sides and 2 pairs of equal angles? Often called a diamond, what shape has 4 equal sides and 2 pairs of equal angles? Number 9, what disease, a softening of the bones, is caused by a vitamin D deficiency? Number 10, what is the name of Clint Eastwood's character on Rawhide? And number 11, Clio, Megane, and Twingo are models of cars that are produced by what automobile manufacturer? All right, work on those answers. Let me know in the comments if you need any of them repeated. I'll be back. I can always say that, but it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'll give you the answers here in just a minute or two. Let me know in the comments if you need any questions repeated. I can do that for you. Again, if you're looking for trivia for any sort of event, whether it's a get-together or a fundraiser that maybe you have to go online with this year instead of whatever your normal fundraiser might be that you would do in person, we can definitely talk about options and ways that we can do that virtually and still have a whole lot of fun and still hopefully raise money for whatever cause you might be looking to raise money for. I've done a number of those actually lately over the last 8 to 10 months, right? So if that's something, and I've done a bunch of parties too. People that are looking for ways to get together safely so they can do it virtually rather than, crowding into somebody's home or something like that. Let me know. Would love to talk to you about helping you make that happen. And the cool part is I can do that for anybody anywhere in the country. So it doesn't just have to be here in central Nebraska since it's virtual. I've got a buddy out in LA who was hosting a party this morning for a company in Israel. So it can be done anywhere. All right. Not seeing any questions. Melissa says, come back to Wisconsin for trivia on my birthday. I don't know when the next time I'll be back will be. Daniela, good to see you on here. But it says you apparently know nothing. But that's okay. You're just writing down answers. Just don't type in the comments is all. But don't worry. Maybe you'll know something the next round. Let's go over the answers here, though, to things that start with the letter R. Melissa, we could talk about virtual options, though, for your birthday if you wanted. I'm just saying. It's an option. We could talk. Things that start with the letter R answers. Here we go. Remember, 1 point for each of the first 10, 2 for the last one. Number 1, what kind of animal is Rikki Tikki Tavi? A mongoose from the children's book. I think it's called Rikki Tikki Tavi, in fact. Number 2, what 2000 psychological drama stars Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans? Requiem for a Dream. I have not seen this movie. I know of it. I just have never seen it. Number 3, what kind of animals does the 1972 book Watership Down focus on? Rabbits. It's about rabbits. Number 4, what's the main ingredient in a Melba sauce? Raspberries. Raspberries. Number 5, what element has the atomic number of 88? That is radium. Radium. Number 6, what Beatles album name is also a weapon in a game of Clue? Revolver. Someone earlier in the week when I was hosting this live said, well, but rope is a weapon in a game of Clue too. And then I asked them to show me when the Beatles released their album called Rope. And they understood. Number 7, what 1992 film was Quentin Tarantino's directorial debut? Reservoir Dogs. Seth says Watership Down is about bunnies, not rabbits. In my world, they're the same thing, Seth. So, number 8, often called a diamond. What shape has 4 equal sides and 2 pairs of equal angles? That is a rhombus. A rhombus. Buy her a rhombus ring. Doesn't sound right. Number 9, what disease, a softening of the bones, is caused by a vitamin D deficiency? Rickets disease. Rickets. Has nothing to do with our current governor here in Nebraska. Number 10, what is the name of Clint Eastwood's character on Rawhide? Rowdy Yates. As long as you had Rowdy, you're good. You don't have to have Yates necessarily. And number 11, the bonus, Clio, Megane, and Twingo are models of cars produced by Renault. Renault. All right. Let me know if you need any of those answers repeated. Hello. I can do that for you. Otherwise, we'll get things ready here for round number 4, movies with animals in the title. Melissa says I should watch it. I think that was when I made my comment about Requiem for a Dream. I'll have to look and see if it's streaming anywhere on any of the services that I have. Micah needs the answer to number 2. Just go back here, Micah. I don't remember what question 2 was. Number 2 was Requiem for a Dream. It was the 2000 psychological drama with Ellen Burstyn and Jared Leto. Requiem for a Dream. Justin, 2 perfect rounds in a row. Look out. Team Smarty Pants coming for that prize tonight. 2 perfect rounds in a row. Things that start with R and Harry Styles. I am passing no judgment. Things that start with R, you would be the first team this week. I've done this game 3 times. So you would be the first perfect round on things that start with R. I think I had a perfect round on Harry Styles. Sunday night when I did this game down in Hastings, everybody did better on Harry Styles than Presidents, which was kind of crazy. You are welcome, Micah. All right, any other repeats, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move into round number 4, movies with animals in the title. I should give the same caveat that I gave in round 3, basically. This does not mean necessarily that all of your answers will have animals in them. I can't talk. This will not mean that all of your answers have animals in them. Some of the questions will have the name of the movie in the question, and I'm asking something about the movie. Many of them will have, I'm asking you for the name of the movie, but not all of them. Change my banner. Across the bottom there. ESPN for Nerds, as my friend Jeff Wells called it months ago when we started this. Again, thank you for anybody who sent in tips. The info right there above my head. Venmo is at Jimthy, PayPal, jimthy@gmail.com. Appreciate that. Thank you for that, for your support. All right, let's jump into movies with animals in the title. Round number 4 of 5 this evening. Number 1 for movies with animals in the title. What 1976 movie starring Michael Caine, Donald Sutherland, and Robert Duvall is about a group of German soldiers trying to kidnap Winston Churchill? What 1976 movie starring Michael Caine, Donald Sutherland, and Robert Duvall is about a group of German soldiers trying to kidnap Winston Churchill? Matt, I don't know why you think that might be right, but I know that you're also being funny. Remember, don't type answers in the comments, Mr. Sheffield. Number 2, in 1994's The Lion King. What is the name of Simba's mother? In 1992's The Lion King, what is the name of Simba's mother? In The Lion King, what is the name of Simba's mom? Number 3, Miles Morales is the main character in what 2018 animated movie? Miles Morales is the main character in what 2018 animated movie? Number 3 again, Miles Morales, the main character in what 2018 animated movie? Number 4, Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson star in what 2019 movie about a young man with disabilities who wants to become a pro wrestler? Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson star in what 2019 movie about a young man with disabilities who wants to become a pro wrestler? Matt continuing his comedy routine in the comments this evening. And Micah, I'm curious, was yours the Miles Morales movie that you were saying great movie? I'm thinking it was, just looking at timing. I actually have not seen that movie. It's been on my Netflix queue since it went on Netflix, and I've heard it might not be there. And that's all the hints I'm going to give that. Good to see you too, Matt. I got to give you grief. I appreciate your kind words as well. Number 4, Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson star in what 2019 movie about a young man with disabilities who wants to become a pro wrestler? This movie is really, really good too, by the way. If you haven't seen it, when I give you the title, jot it down. It's really not about wrestling. Number 5, Bill Murray experiences the same day over and over again in what 1993 comedy? This is what I call a softball. Bill Murray experiences the same day over and over again in what 1993 comedy? Micah says, yep, it was the number 3 movie that I was talking about. I do need to watch that one at some point. Number 5 again, Bill Murray experiences the same day over and over again in what 1993 comedy? Number 6, Sandra Bullock stars in what apocalyptic Netflix release from 2018? Sandra Bullock stars in what apocalyptic Netflix release from 2018? Number 6 again, Sandra Bullock stars in what apocalyptic Netflix release? Number 7, Leah Thompson stars in what 1986 movie about a Marvel character? Leah Thompson stars in what 1986 movie about a Marvel character? Number 8, who plays Cobra Commander in the 2009 movie G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra? Who plays Cobra Commander in the 2009 movie G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra? Who plays Cobra Commander? The 2009 movie G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. Number 9, Bob Hoskins plays Eddie Valiant in what 1988 movie? Bob Hoskins plays Eddie Valiant in what 1988 movie? Melissa says classic. It absolutely is. It's one of the first movies I remember seeing in the theaters. I would have been, depending on when in 88, most likely about 10. One of the first movies I remember seeing in the theaters. Not the very first. That was Return of the Jedi. Number 10, what 1988 movie will stay in the same year is about a group of 4 people who team up for a robbery but then try to double cross each other for the loot? What 1988 movie is about a group of 4 people who team up for a robbery but then try to double cross each other for the loot? Lisa says she watches it 2 to 3 times a week. Is that this one here that I'm asking, number 10, or was it number 9, the one that Melissa called classic? And I said that I went to the theaters to see, just curious. I'm being careful not to say the movie names because I don't want to give away the answers. Number 10 again, what 1988 movie is about a group of 4 people who team up for a robbery and then try to double cross each other for the loot? And number 11, the bonus question, Jim Carrey stars in what 2011 movie based on a children's book from the 1930s? Number 9, Lisa. That's kind of what I thought it was number 9 that you were saying you watch 2 to 3 times a week. But I just wanted to make sure. There's a little bit of a lag from when I say things to when you hear them or see them. And then if you type something in, there's just a lag between all of that because of the program that I use to get the graphics on the screen here with Facebook Live or YouTube, wherever you're watching from. You guys are all on Facebook, I think, that have commented tonight. Number 11, again, Jim Carrey stars in what 2011 movie based on a children's book from the 30s? All right, go back and get those up here for you for repeats. Number 1, what 1976 movie starring Michael Caine, Donald Sutherland, and Robert Duvall? It's about a group of German soldiers trying to kidnap Winston Churchill. Number 2, in 1994 is The Lion King. What's the name of Simba's mother? In 1994 is The Lion King. What is the name of Simba's mother? Number 3, Miles Morales is the main character in what 2018 animated movie? Miles Morales, the main character in what 2018 animated movie? Number 4, Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson star in what 2019 movie about a young man with disabilities who wants to become a pro wrestler? Number 5, Bill Murray experiences the same day over and over again. What 1993 comedy? Number 6, Sandra Bullock stars in what apocalyptic Netflix release from 2018? Number 7, Leah Thompson stars in what 1986 movie about a Marvel character? Number 8, who plays Cobra Commander in the 2009 movie G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra? Number 9, Bob Hoskins played Eddie Valiant in what 1988 movie? A couple of you definitely know that from the comments you made about it. Number 10, what 1988 movie is about a group of 4 people who team up for a robbery but then try to double cross each other for the loot? And number 11, Jim Carrey stars in what 2011 movie based on a children's book from the 1930s? Jim Carrey stars in what 2011 movie based on a children's book from the 1930s? All right. So let me know if you need any other repeats. Otherwise, we'll go over answers here. Work on those answers. Back with it. Not going anywhere. Staying right here. We'll go over the answers here soon. Let me know if you need any repeats again in the comments there. I can tell you next week, right back here on Facebook and YouTube, should be here next week. Don't know why I wouldn't be. I know we're going to do some questions on inventions. I know we're going to do some questions on early 1980s movies, so like 80 to 85. And I know we're going to do some Marvel Cinematic Universe character. I'll give you like the name of the character, and you have to tell me their superhero or villain alter ego. For instance, we'll go to DC since we're going to do it Marvel Cinematic Universe. If I said Bruce Wayne, you would put down Batman. But that won't be a question next week because he's not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'll have another round too. Haven't decided what that one will be yet. But I think we'll have some fun with those rounds next week. All right, not seeing any repeat needs. So we will go ahead and go through these answers here for round number 4, movies with animals in the title. Number 1, what 1976 movie starring Michael Caine, Donald Sutherland, and Robert Duvall is about a group of German soldiers trying to kidnap Winston Churchill? The Eagle Has Landed. The Eagle Has Landed, excuse me. That was a tough one. Number 2, in 1994 is The Lion King. What's the name of Simba's mother? Sarabi. Scar famously says it. Sarabi. Yeah, Sarabi. Number 3, Miles Morales is the main character in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Animated movie. I know it was on Netflix. Somebody told me last night it's not anymore. I'll have to see. Maybe it went to Disney Plus since a lot of Marvel stuff is going there. Number 4, Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson star in what 2019 movie about a young man with disabilities who wants to become a pro wrestler? It's called The Peanut Butter Falcon. If you haven't seen this movie, definitely worth doing it. Definitely worth seeing. Micah, thank you. That was probably a terrible Scar voice, actually. But I hadn't really practiced it, didn't plan on doing it, just kind of happened. The Peanut Butter Falcon, really not as much about the wrestling piece. So if you don't happen to be a wrestling fan, you're like, oh, I don't want to watch that. It's really more about the young man with disabilities and what he wants out of his life and people who can help him achieve those things. It's pretty cool movie. Number 5, Bill Murray experiences the same day over and over again in what 1993 comedy? That, of course, is Groundhog Day. Number 6, Sandra Bullock stars in what apocalyptic Netflix release from 2018, Bird Box? She has the 2 kids with her that she simply calls boy and girl. It's kind of a good movie. It's interesting. I don't know. Number 7, Leah Thompson stars in what 1986 movie about a Marvel character? Sometimes people forget that Howard the Duck is actually a Marvel character. Has a cameo in one of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, I believe, as well. Number 8, who plays Cobra Commander in the 2009 movie G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Number 9, Bob Hoskins plays Eddie Valiant in what 1988 movie? That is Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It's just a fun movie. I enjoy it. Number 10, what 1988 movie is about a group of 4 people who team up for a robbery but then try to double-cross each other for the loot? A Fish Called Wanda. A Fish Called Wanda. WandaVision starts tomorrow on Disney Plus. I'm pretty excited. Anybody else excited? Tell me in the comments that you're looking forward to watching WandaVision. It's the new Marvel TV show that's coming out on Disney Plus. Number 11, Jim Carrey stars in what 2011 movie based on a children's book from the 1930s, Mr. Popper's Penguins? Mr. Popper's Penguins is number 11. 2 points for that one if you got it right. 1 point for each of the other ones you got right. Let me know if you need any of those answers repeated. Bring myself back on the screen there while I get the PowerPoint ready for the next round and see if anybody needs any repeats on answers. Thank you, thank you. So another tip roll in. Appreciate that. Again, that information right above my head there. Venmo at Jimthy, PayPal, jimthy@gmail.com. No obligation to. It's free to play. But thank you for those who have been able and are able and decide to do that. Really do appreciate the support. But more than that, I also appreciate there are 19 people watching this live stream and playing some trivia on a Thursday night, hanging out and having some fun. We're keeping it safe. Doing well. Micah says, got lucky on some of those. The nice part is when you know the topic is movies with animals in the title, it can help you because you're like, well, it can't be that movie because it doesn't have an animal in the title. Although it can also hinder you if you come up with the wrong answer that has some other animal in it. Sometimes the topics can help work you through things, and other times it can lead you astray and down a path that you'd rather it not. All right. So round number 5 works different. I know we've got a few people who are playing for the first time tonight. So let me show you here in a banner. I'm not going to put it on the PowerPoint because it's a little bit different. Actually, it's not. The screen that I need to skip is later. So let me bring that screen up, actually. And let's talk about it. It's called the confidence round. So it's a little bit different than the first 4 rounds. And here's how it works. There are 10 questions and only 10 questions. They are about anything, and they usually tend to be the hardest questions of the night. And I can tell you that this week it is played out that way. I wrote this game fairly quickly, and when I do that, it usually means one of 2 things. Either I'm way too easy, or what's about to happen to you happens. Maybe you'll do really well on it, though. Could be. 10 questions are about anything. When you're done with the questions, and we're done with your answers, I should say, you're going to rank them 10 to 1 based on the confidence you have in your answer. 10 is the most confident, 1 is the least confident. That's really important. 10 most, 1 least. You can use each number 1 time. So 10 on one, 9 on another, 8 on another, 7 on another, all the way down to 1 on the one that you're guessing on, or 1 through 3 on the 3 you're guessing on, or whatever. And if you're right, the confidence number you used will be your points for that question. So there's 10 points available on one question this round, 9 points on another, and you're picking which of those questions you're putting those points on. You do not lose points if you're wrong, but this is how many points you would get if you're right. So there's a total of 55 possible points available in this round. So even if you had kind of a bummer of a round earlier, like Lisa only got 1 on the Harry Styles round, this is a great time for you to make up a whole bunch of points if you do well in this round, but somebody maybe that did well earlier tanks in this round. When I'm doing live nights and we're updating standings at the end of each round, we've seen teams that were in first place fall right out of the prizes. We've seen teams that are in 4th or 5th place jump up and win the whole night. So everybody's still got a chance. It's designed that way so that you still have a chance and don't bail on it early, hopefully. I should probably tell this earlier in the night too, so that people know this, but either way. So 10 questions, only 10 questions. And again, sorry about the questions. Number 1, in what state did the 1982 movie Poltergeist take place? I assume the remake did too, but I don't know that for sure. In what state did the 1982 movie Poltergeist take place? Just another tip roll in. Thank you, thank you. Number 1. Now, my personal suggestion to those of you who are new doing this, I'd worry more just about writing your answers down, maybe making notes about how confident you are, and do your rankings in a little bit. Again, just a suggestion. Number 2 for the confidence round, which number amendment deals with income tax? It establishes income tax. What number amendment to the Constitution is that? So, for instance, we know the First Amendment ensures freedom of speech. We know the Second Amendment that talks about the right to bear arms. We're not going to get into any arguments about those 2 amendments. This is not a political conversation. This is a trivia show. What number amendment is it, though, that establishes and deals with income tax? Number 3 for the confidence round. What Kansas song, so a song by the band Kansas, does Keanu Reeves use to wow Socrates in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? What Kansas song does Keanu Reeves use to wow Socrates in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Number 4, what beverage used the ad slogan, "Open a bottle of sunshine"? What beverage used the ad slogan, "Open a bottle of sunshine"? Melissa says another great movie. I'm just killing it on movies tonight for you, Melissa. Number 5 for the confidence round. What 1996 movie had a young boy named Ray Boyd in it? That's the character's name, not the actor. What 1996 movie had a young boy named Ray Boyd in it? Number 6, though played under the banner of its predecessor, the BAA, what team won the first game in NBA history? So, according to the NBA, this was the first game in their history, although it was played under the banner of its predecessor organization, the BAA. What team won the first game in NBA history? I will tell you it is still an active team today. I did narrow it down a lot, but at least you know you don't have to come up with some random team that doesn't exist anymore. Number 6, though played under the banner of its predecessor, the BAA, what team won the first game in NBA history? Number 7, how many folds or pleats are there in a chef's hat? There is a specific number. This isn't a range. I'm looking for the actual number because it is a very specific number. And there's a reason for the number that I will tell you when I give you the answer. How many folds or pleats, however you want to look at it, are there in a chef's hat? Number 7 again, how many folds or pleats are there in a chef's hat? Number 8, when the Big Mac debuted in 1967, what was the cost of the burger? And if you're within 5 cents on either side, you can give yourself the points here. I'll give you a range on this one. When the Big Mac debuted in 1967, what was the cost of the burger within 5 cents on either side? Number 9 for the confidence round. How many elements are there on the periodic table? So there's a hint in an earlier question. You know it shouldn't be under a certain number. If you remember what that earlier question was tonight, a couple of rounds ago. Number 9, how many elements are there on the periodic table? I will tell you also that is not the last element on the table. Just giving you a lot more hints than I gave the live night. So be thankful, people. Number 9, how many elements are there on the periodic table? Seth says, going to have a perfect round score on this round. Perfect 0. It has played to be one of the tougher confidence rounds. I do apologize. Sorry, guys. Still love me, please. And number 10, last question of the night. What kind of animals are called an ambush when they're in a group? What kind of animals are called an ambush when in a group? When I wrote this, I thought I had a couple of them that were kind of like, yeah, people will get that question. And people have gotten questions. Nobody's gotten a 0. I don't think so. Seth, you might be the first. I don't think anybody got a 0. But I had a 4 last night. So it's been close. All right, let me run back these. There we go. Run back these questions for you through one more time. Number 1 again, in what state did the 1982 movie Poltergeist take place? I will tell you the trivia site that I found this question on actually asked what town it took place in. I think that's ridiculous. I made this one a little easier. Instead of 1 out of however many towns in the world there are, this is only 1 out of 50 states. Number 2, what number amendment deals with income tax? Just a number. Number 3, what Kansas song does Keanu Reeves use to wow Socrates in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Number 4, what beverage used the ad slogan, "Open a bottle of sunshine"? Number 5, what 1996 movie had a young boy named Ray Boyd in it? Number 6, though played under the banner of its predecessor, BAA, what team won the first game in NBA history? And again, it is a current active team. Currently active team. There we go. Sometimes I put words in the right order. Number 7, how many folds or pleats are there in a chef's hat? Either one. I'm calling them the same thing, folds and pleats. Number 8, when the Big Mac debuted in 1967, what was the cost of the burger within 5 cents on either side? Number 9, how many elements are there on the periodic table? And number 10, what kind of animals are called an ambush when in a group? Wayne, nope, you're going to want to write down answers. And then at the end of the night, which is after this round, I'd have you send me your total score. Nope, you're fine, Wayne. You're fine. You just write down your answers if you did want to play. This is the last round, and that was the last question. But yep, you just jot down your answers, and you can hang out and listen to the answers too, and whatever. Good to see you on here, Wayne. Been far too long, my friend. All right, so you're going to work on those answers. Thought I had. So here, we'll just put those rules up for this round again. Remember, the 10 questions, you're ranking those answers 10 to 1. 10 is the most confident, 1 is the least, and you're using each number only one time. That's the points that you'll get if you get that question right. So the one you put 10 on, you get 10 points if you get that question right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me know in the comments if you need any other questions repeated. Melissa said she's feeling pretty confident with this round, except for a few. I believe that also means take that, Seth, is what she said, even though you guys don't know each other. No, she wouldn't say that. She's too nice to say that. Let me know if you need any repeats for those 10 questions. Give you a couple of minutes here to work on those answers. Thank you again for anybody who did send any tips, or if you are sending tips still, feel free, obviously. It's where the info is right up there. PayPal is jimthie@gmail.com. Venmo is @jimthie. No obligation, but just wanted to say thank you. Blanket thank you to everybody who did that this evening or may still do it. I know some people pay at the end of the night. Maybe now's a bad time to mention that after asking these 10 ridiculously hard questions. Probably nobody really dying to send me any money right now, is there? All right. Keep working on those answers and your rankings. Remember, 10 to 1, 10 the most confident, 1 the least. Each number only one time. Top 3 scoring teams tonight when you send in your final scores. When you're adding up all your points throughout the night, top 3 teams are going to go on a wheel. We'll spin that wheel, and the team that it lands on will get a prize. Tonight, the prize is a $10 Amazon card. Get that emailed to you tomorrow. So whether you're here in Nebraska or anywhere else, we'll get that to you. Normally, I have a prize in hand, but I didn't bring anything in here tonight, so we'll just do that. And we'll do that. We'll have some fun. Let me know in the comments if you still need more time, if you're still working on your rankings. Otherwise, we'll start going over those answers. Pop the screen off just for a second, because I've got to skip a screen here. Let me know if you need any more time in the comments. Otherwise, we'll start going over those answers and get this thing close to wrapped up for the evening. Again, back every Thursday night. It's the current plan until anything changes. I'll let you know if things change. But right now, and certainly for next week, the plan is I am here on Thursday night, 7 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. Check it out. These games do sit on Facebook and YouTube then afterwards. So you can always feel free to pull them back up if you want to quiz a friend or use it at a family thing, or I don't know, send it to a friend, whatever. Feel free to share these things too. Makes it a lot of fun. All right, not seeing anybody begging for more time. Jess says, rough night. Our 3-year-old did like answering a question. That's awesome. But didn't have the teenage daughter for the Harry Styles round. That's not so awesome. She probably would have been a huge help in that round, as opposed to maybe everybody else in the family. So as long as you're having fun, Jess, you know that's the important thing. All right, folks, let's go over these answers here. Let me get rid of that banner. Nobody called me out on my banner at the bottom being off, so good thing that nobody else was paying attention either. There we go. Number 1, in what state did the 1982 movie Poltergeist take place? California. California is where that took place. Number 2, what number amendment deals with income tax? The 16th Amendment deals with income tax. 16. Number 3, what Kansas song does Keanu Reeves use to wow Socrates in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Dust in the Wind? Dust in the Wind. Number 4, what beverage used the ad slogan, open a bottle of sunshine, Sunny Delight, or Sunny D? Either one would be fine, Sunny Delight or Sunny D. Number 5, what 1996 movie had a young boy named Ray Boyd in it? Jerry Maguire. It's the little guy with glasses. Ray Boyd was his name, that character's name. Number 6, though played under the banner of its predecessor BAA, what team won the first game in NBA history? The New York Knicks, or the New York Knickerbockers, officially, but Knicks would work. Number 7, how many folds or pleats are there in a chef's hat? There are 100 because there are 100 ways to cook an egg. I will now list all 100. No, I'm not doing that to you guys. I don't even know. I'm sure there's a list out there. I could probably come up with like 10. I don't know that I'd come up with 100. That's ridiculous. Number 8, when the Big Mac debuted in 1967, what was the cost of the burger within 5 cents? So it was 45 cents. So if you had anything from 40 to 50 cents, give yourself the points that you put down on that question. Anything from 40 to 50 cents. Gave you a range on that one. But it was 45 cents for the Big Mac. It ain't 45 cents anymore, folks. Number 9, how many elements are there on the periodic table? There are 118 elements on the periodic table. You did have to hit that number dead on. And number 10, the last one, what kind of animals are called an ambush when they're in a group? Tigers. Joe Exotic would be able to tell us that, I suppose. Tigers. All right. So, get rid of that. You are going to send me a picture, add up your total scores, send me your team name. You don't have to send a picture. Send me your team name and your total scores either to the Ask a Nebraskan Trivia through Facebook Messenger, please. Don't post it on the wall or I won't see it. Or to me personally, if we happen to be friends on Facebook, which would be great. Either way is fine. And send me your total score for the evening. Add up all 5 of your rounds. Stop sharing that. And then I will get them thrown on an Excel sheet here so that I can sort them real quick, looking for the top 3 scores. Those top 3 scores, even if there's more than 3 teams, if there's a tie or something in the top 3, that'll be fine. But those top 3 teams are going to go on a wheel. We'll spin the wheel, and we'll see who's winning that $10 Amazon card that I will send to you tomorrow, provided I have your email or I will get your email from you. So go ahead and add up those total scores and send me a message with them. Micah did really well that round, said he only missed 3 of those. Nice job. John said he did not do so hot in the score he just sent me. All right, send me those scores either to the Ask a Nebraskan Trivia through Facebook Messenger or in a message to me on Facebook. Jess, I like your confidence. That's awesome. All right. Just pulling these up. Team Grey Duck, I agree with your added piece to your name this evening. It was Team Grey Duck hates the 16th Amendment. All right. Working on those scores. Thank you for sending those in. Melissa, killing it. Absolutely killing it. Team Largo got killed. Not killing it. I always say, as long as you're having fun, guys, that's the important thing. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate that. All right. Last call. If you haven't sent in answers yet, or scores yet, let me know. Otherwise, I think I've got everybody I'm expecting. I've got my top. Let me see if I've got a tie. I don't think I do. The top 3 scores are those right there. Helps if I click the right things. All right, let me double check and just make sure one last time. You are welcome, Micah. You are welcome anytime, sir. You and Diane as well. All right, got all the scores I think that I'm getting. So let me share the wheel here. First, let me pull that banner. Well, no, guess I'm going to share the wheel first, and then I'll pull the banner. There are the top scores of the evening. Let me get rid of that banner. Melissa, Smarty Pants, and Crazy Nurses. Melissa had the top score of the night, 92. Smarty Pants, 84. Crazy Nurses, 81. All right, I'm going to shuffle up those names a whole bunches of times so you move all over on the board. And then I will give it a spin. And let's see who's winning the Amazon card here tonight. It is Smarty Pants going to win the $10 Amazon card. Justin, Shannon, and others, I will shoot somebody a message and get an email address. Or if one of you wants to figure out who wants it, you can shoot me a message with an email address for who to send it to. I'll get that off in an email to you. So Smarty Pants is the big winner tonight. Thank you for being here, everybody. We will see you next Thursday night, hopefully right back here on Facebook and YouTube at 7 o'clock. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.